During this time of year, it is inevitable that a lot of us are going to be buying fragrances as gifts for other people. And whilst I always recommend that you go and try a fragrance in store or sample it before you buy it for someone else, a lot of the times we are going to be blind buying some of our gifts for our friends and loved ones. I thought I'd do a video where I kind of explain how I would go about safely blind buying a fragrance. I say with speech marks because there is no truly safe blind buy out there. If you've not smelled the fragrance before, there is going to be some level of risk when you purchase that fragrance for someone else. But of course, some fragrances are definitely safer and more mass appealing than others. So in this video, we're going to go through my 4-step guide on how I would recommend you safely blind buy a fragrance for someone else, as well as giving some examples of different categories of relatively safe fragrances to purchase. Let's begin. Step number 1 when blind buying for someone else is, first of all, go online, go on YouTube or Google. YouTube itself is kind of like its own search engine, and just search for the kind of fragrance you're looking to buy for someone else. So let's say you're looking for a fragrance for your dad. You might say something like best mature fragrances for men, or you might say you want to get something for your girlfriend. You go for the most attractive women's perfumes on YouTube and see what you get. When you watch a few videos, see which fragrances pique your interest, and then go to step 2 of this guide. Step 2 is go to Fragrantica. Go to Fragrantica and look at the note breakdown of the fragrance. Based on your collection, on your fragrance collecting journey so far, you should be able to know what some notes smell like. See the general picture, see if this is the kind of fragrance you would like to push for someone else. Go look at the accords at the top of the screen of Fragrantica and see if this is the kind of vibe you want to go for when purchasing this fragrance. So are you going for something fresh, something warm, something spicy? 32% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys want to see our channel grow, to really help us out, click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you. Step 3, look at the longevity and wearability of the fragrance. So on the same page on Fragrantica, go to the longevity section and see how long lasting this fragrance is going to be. And it's up to you. Do you think this person you're buying for cares that much about performance? Generally, I'd go on the safe side and get something that is long lasting to give something a bit more useful to the recipient. Then look at wearability. Do you care about how many seasons this fragrance works in? Generally for gifts, I like to buy fragrances that can be worn most of the year round. It kind of gives them more use value once again. But if you're trying to buy them a winter fragrance, and it doesn't really matter. If you want to try and get them a beach tropical fragrance, it doesn't really matter how wearable it is, but just bear in mind the wearability of your fragrance. And then step number 4, if you're blind buying, you're not going to be trying fragrances in person, you're probably going to be buying them online. So for this step, I think it's quite important to go to discounters, go to trusted, authentic discounters, go to Trustpilot for a website, let's say Nutino, see the reviews, appreciate that a discounter is authentic. You basically have to do this for yourself, really, this step, because you need to see which discounters work well for you in your local region, because obviously our audience is worldwide. And then of course, whenever you're blind buying a fragrance, note that because you're buying from a discounter, you're getting a cheaper price, and the cheaper the price you pay for when blind buying, the better for you, because it sort of is less risk, it's less of a financial risk for you. And that's my 4-step guide, really. That's all there is to blind buying. I don't think there's many other steps, unless you guys disagree. If you guys have any other steps, let us know in the comments down below. How can you make blind buying safe? I think it kind of comes with experience, first of all, and then just appreciating that there's always going to be some risk when you blind buy. So what are some examples of fragrances that I would say are very safe, especially if you want to gift them to someone else, or if you want to buy them for yourself even, which these are just generally blind buy safe fragrances. So if you're looking for a versatile, let's say blue fragrance, I would say actually YSL Y Le Parfum is probably the safest option, absolute safest. Even though it's definitely not my favorite white flanker, it's definitely not my favorite blue fragrance either. If you're looking for a date night evening fragrance, a really safe option is going to be something like D&G The One Eau de Parfum. Even though it's not the best performing fragrance, even though I get pretty good performance actually, I think it's just such a sexy DNA. I think pretty much everyone will love it. If you're looking for a fresh aquatic, Acqua Di Gio Parfum, the best concentration, best current flanker of Acqua Di Gio, it sort of resurrects the original Acqua Di Gio Essenza, which was a great flanker, a little bit more metallic, herbaceous, masculine, a little bit more mature, but very long lasting as well. So Parfum is a great concentration from Acqua Di Gio. Let's say you want a safe woody fragrance, Mont Blanc Explorer, super safe. A safe women's fragrance would be something like Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, the EDT for younger women, the Eau de Parfum for older women. If you want a safe, spicy fragrance, get Spicebomb, the original fragrance for someone younger, or get Bvlgari Man In Black for someone a bit more mature. Bvlgari Man In Black can also apply as your safe leather fragrance if that's what you want to get for someone else. If you want a safe, loud, head-turner fragrance for someone else, go for Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir. Very nice recent release, very safe, loud, powdery, vanilla, slightly honeyed fragrance. Really sexy DNA. A safe oud fragrance, go for Ford Oud Wood, even if carved oud is better by Femina, is better clone, but don't go for that. If you want to give a gift, people like Tom Ford Private Blend, Oud Wood is a famous fragrance, give them that as a gift. And finally, if you want a very safe, mature fragrance, go for Acqua Di Parma's Cologne Essenza. Really clean, elegant, Italian style, neroli-based perfumery. Beautiful, gorgeous daytime scent. And that concludes this video, guys. What are your thoughts on blind buying? What are your thoughts on gifting fragrances to other people? Is that something you're going to be doing particularly yourself? Do you like gifting fragrances to other people? Or do you just like to go for something else entirely as gifts? You know, I think fragrances can be tricky trying to pin an individual style. Every single individual has their own style and taste and preferences when it comes to perfumery. Make sure to share any more steps you would have for blind buying in the comments down below. Make sure to share any more safe blind buying fragrances down below as well. And check out our previous video on buying fragrances online. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.